Shubor nakaslem jong unong san Hima.
Unong yalam kalyang persya ubaday unong mikmat kamalim constituency na Congress uba Roni V. Lingdo ula pentip bau Rahul Gandhi unsawan banyad haga Jylla Meghalaya. Habakran bikilat patay kubor uba Roni ula pentip unong yalam ka Congress u Rahul Gandhi un Kynthup lang ya ka Jylla Meghalaya haga Jingïaid Lynti ka Jong komsi bentaban peni ka nongrim hanor ka Jingïaid long ringkan bat ka Jing bishar ka bahok. Uba Roni uloong bakani ka Jingïaid Lynti jong Rahul Gandhi ka bakhatru ka Bharat Jodo Nyayatra ka Meghalaya kan long ha ka arpu artrek mentau banai ka lalingkot arajar arpu saw. Lingba kani ka Jingïaid Lynti jong Rahul Gandhi ulala banwan ra ya shibon ki mat ki bakta iba Kynthup ya ka Jing kiudor ki mar ki mata ka bakta i ki patba ka Jing sha nyaw ben ki batulot bor ha ki emlang ka salang bat kum joru ka Jing do banli i ki niam ki rukom da ka Jing yalam ka sarkar BJP nangta ka Jing sha thombor ki kenthai ka Jing penduk pendam ya ka rukom long ka sensyar ka kahadar bat ka Jing sha saspon ki shispa sa pusan ngut ki MP shwabalong ka Jingïaid halor ki an ki kanun ka Bharat Jodo Nyayatra kadai halor banyalom lang shikan hun banyale persya iki kambamman bat banra ya ka sur ka bajam haringkat bo nong yalam ka seng Congress u Rahul Gandhi.
So basically Bharat Jodo Nyayatra is not to be mistaken as a poll campaign. It's to highlight so many issues, price rise, and then attack on the constitution, misuse of the CBI, IT, ED on opposition members, and I think it's you can call it an infamy where democratically elected leaders, MPs, Member of Parliament, 146 of them have been suspended. I don't think any parliament in the world, democracies will do this, except maybe in autocracies, dictatorship, this kind of things happen, but not in a democracy. So Bharat Jodo Nyayatra is all about that, not to be mistaken that the elections are approaching, so no. It's to highlight all these issues, to wake up the citizens of India, the people of India, regarding, the misuse of power, rather abuse of power by this NDA government. You see any opposition, and I think if you look at the statistics, none of the ministers or MPs or MLAs are, affected by this witch hunt of the BJP, where they set the CBI, the ED, the IT, after all these leaders, especially if they are popular, they have, the support of the people, then the BJP, the NDA will ensure that they set these people against them so that, it hampers their work, hampers their interaction with the public. So then you see price rise, unemployment, and then even religious freedom. And you see in Manipur, if the Prime Minister can go all over the world, why can't he visit Manipur? Why can't he offer, word of consolation and the people who have been affected, all the communities, irrespective of whether they are from the majority community or the minority community, the tribal, he should at least, by going there and then, sharing the grief, the pain, and by keeping silence. By keeping silent, it's like encouraging those forces that keep, even now Manipur is still not the point. So this is Bharat Jodo Nyayatra, and I believe somebody has said, they've mistaken the word Naya with Nai. Nai is justice. So somebody said, Naya, this is all, I don't know. Maybe they've not put their thoughts properly. So it's Nai, basically, loosely translated is justice. So we want to ensure that there is justice in this country, that people who are in power don't misuse their position. Share with you the programs. Our leader, Rahul Gandhi ji, is arriving on the 22nd. Maybe he'll be arriving at Jarabat, at around 2 o'clock or 2:30. But within 3 o'clock he should be there because he's coming from Assam. And then he will walk from DTO office up to Paham Sim playground on foot, and then there we'll have a meeting. And after that, he will leave and stay the night at Bernihat, as usual, in a container. And then the next day, he'll have a meeting at USTM with ENCC, Northeast Congress Committee leaders in Bernihat USTM complex. If you'd like to know, then we will inform you exactly where and what time for the media to meet the leader, Rahul Gandhi. You see, we have some autonomous institutions like the Election Commission. Now, regarding the appointment of members of the Election Commission, now will be decided by the government. So where is the autonomy anymore? Now, if the Election Commission is not autonomous, then obviously, people who have been appointed there will be subjected to pressure from the government. So we're afraid there will be no longer free and fair election, where those members will have to do the bidding of the government or those people in authority who have appointed. You see, our founding fathers had ensured that democracy is free from interference. So we have the Election Commission, we have so many other institutions that are autonomous. Now those are being affected. So it won't be different from other, autocracies, dictatorships. We have only namesake election, but after the election, it is no longer a democratic country. All freedoms will have been taken away from the people, even from representatives. 146 MPs were suspended, and after suspension, they bulldozed all the bills and enacted and become laws. We have to bring awareness to the public and then along so that the public are not misguided, are not misled. So the Congress will lead from the front to ensure that freedom, all the freedom enshrined in the Constitution are protected, preserved for the people of India. You see, I think if I'd like to remind you, when our leader Rahulji worked from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, the Lok Sabha elections was never in their minds. That was, months back. So it's just coincidence that, this, as per the demand of the public, that there should be a yatra from east to west. And it so happened that the Lok Sabha elections are approaching, but then if we don't do that, then it will be construed as, the Congress is not bothered about, these other states that are not covered by the previous yatra.
We have seen all over India, the Congress has been fighting to do yatra. Do you see?
Spare 5 minutes, to share the pain, the sorrow that the people of Manipur are going through. It doesn't have the time. It only, implies that he's not bothered about, the tribals that are being affected by this violence. Very sure, very clear, very loud and clear. His silence is deafening. In fact, he would have loved to come to Shillong, but then, the elections are approaching, and then it will be like, some of your colleagues have said, why before the Lok Sabha elections? So to avoid all that, and then he has to cover many states. In fact, from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, he did it on foot. But now it will be combination of, car and on foot because, the time constraint. And he has to cover about 15 states.